Oh, frack me.
Welcome once again, my fellow manipulators of Digital Fate. I'm Richie, this is Capricorn. Today's deck is a special one. Now, this is the last deck that I'm going to post from Early Access, and this is one that was created by member of the community, YUKFOOZi. That's right, this is a YUKFOOZi. Shout out to YUKFOOZi, a member on Patreon. You can join Patreon too if you'd like, over at patreon.com/quarantinecapricorn, along with YUKFOOZi, Squirrel, Noah, Vincent, and Brittany at the Brew Crew Elite tier, and of course, our forever CPU savior, Terrence Rohrbach. But YUKFOOZi himself helped brew this deck, and it's pretty wild. This one is called SKULLFRACKER, and it's a Sultai fight rigging list using the Ancient One, and a bunch of new toys. It's pretty cool. Before we break it down, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe, do all the things, help the channel, because every little bit does help a ton. Also, if this video gets to 100 likes, we will brew a new version of this deck together, me and Yuk, and we'll put that up on YouTube. So like it so it can get there. Catch me live every Monday through Friday over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/quarantinecapricorn, because if I'm alive and I'm breathing, I'm there and I'm streaming. And yes, for those that noticed, I am feeling a million times better than I have been the last few days. The sickness that overtook me during early access is almost completely cleared up. I have my energy back. I'm excited to dig into this new set, but for now, let's break down this deck. Alright, so this deck is a new take on sort of a fight rigging deck, but there's a lot more going on than just fight rigging. So I want to talk about the new cards first. We have the Ancient One, which is 2 mana for an 8/8. It can't attack until you have 8 or more permanents in your graveyard, but it is an 8/8 for only 2 mana, and there are some cards that can take advantage of that to maximum effect regardless of whether it can attack or not. You can also pay 4 mana to draw and discard, and if you discard, you can make a player mill cards equal to whatever you discard, the mana value of it. That's a little extra gravy, but in this deck we're trying to jam the 8/8 for a couple reasons. Another new card called the Skullspore Nexus, which if we get the Ancient One down, we can then play the Skullspore Nexus for only 2 mana, and that's going to make it so that whenever one of our creatures dies, we get a token that is the same size as whatever creature died. So if we've got the Ancient One down, even though it can't attack or block, once we get the Skullspore Nexus down, when it dies, we get a token that's an 8/8, and it can attack or block, and usually that can happen way earlier in the game than we should have an 8/8, so it gets kind of crazy. But not only that, we can pay 2, tap this, double target creature's power until end of turn, and so we can turn that 8/8 into a 16/16 right before it dies, and get or rather a 16/8. But the token that it creates when it dies off the Skullspore Nexus will be a 16/16, which is just kind of absurd. Let's talk about fight rigging. That's another way we're using the Ancient One to the best of our ability. With fight rigging, now people have been doing this forever. You know, you jam a big creature, you put a counter on it, and you can immediately play whatever you hide away under it for free. But with the Ancient One, it's sick because we can do it a turn sooner. We play the Ancient One on 2, and then we can jam fight rigging on 3. And immediately play the hideaway card for free while turning the 8/8 into a 9/9, which is just a turn faster than fight rigging's ever been able to be. So between fight rigging and Skullspore Nexus, we just kind of lose our mind with the Ancient One. But it doesn't stop there. If they kill our Ancient One, we just jam Likeness Looter. We pay 2 mana, and we turn the Likeness Looter into basically a copy of the Ancient One, except with flying. So then we go, okay, you got more removal? And then we do our fight rigging and our Skullspore Nexus shenanigans with the Likeness Looter version. So we've got 4 of those, and that gets kind of crazy. We've also got 3 Ayara, because we can just sacrifice the 8/8 to just chuck it at our opponent's head and do 8 damage. Or we can double its power with the Skullspore Nexus and then chuck it to Ayara to do 16. And that's pretty crazy too. We've also got Agatha's Soul Cauldron, because we can put counters on things. We can get the abilities of Likeness Looter onto anything, so that anything can become an Ancient One again. So it's like, anytime they deal with the Ancient One, we have like another way just waiting to get Ancient One back into play in some way, shape, or form, or get what amounts to the Ancient One back into play, and that gets kind of crazy. We've also got 3 Bramble Familiar. It helps us ramp early, but if we happen to get it later in the game, we can fetch quest and probably find some cool stuff. We've got Scorn-Blade Berserker in here because it allows us to back up, get our creatures a little bit more powerful to trigger maybe fight rigging a bit sooner if we don't have an Ancient One to trigger it. But it also gives us a sacrifice outlet to make sure we can get a creature into the graveyard, sacrifice our Ancient One to trigger the Skullspore Nexus, so that we can make sure we get our big token that actually can attack and block, which is super important. We've also got 4 Gruff Triplets. Enough said. This just... You can imagine playing it for free off of fight rigging, being able to sack it with Skullspore Nexus after you double its power. You could just do so many gross things with it. But we've also got 2 Bringer of the Last Gift. Now, a lot of times we can play this off of fight rigging after they've dealt with a bunch of our big creatures, and we just wipe their board, and then we bring all the stuff they killed back into the battlefield just by playing it for free off of fight rigging. The thing about Bringer of the Last Gift is it does have to be actually cast, but Fight Rigging's Hideaway does actually cast spells, so this is like one of the only ways we can cheat Bringer of the Last Gift into play, and if we do it, it's kind of absurd. It's kind of absurd. We have a whole bunch of dual lands. I'm not going to go into it. The deck list is down below in the About section, and the games are nuts, so let's check them out. We'll keep this one. That's fine. That's quacktastic. Thank you. Thank you for that. Alright, we're gonna go black. We're gonna go this. Auto pay. Sleep is a crutch. Sleep is for the weak. I will see your fight rigging, and I will raise you another fight rigging. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Fucking Bramble Familiar. And we're gonna cast Fetch Quest. Let's go, baby. Give me something sick. We're gonna play another fight rigging. We could do another fight rigging. Yeah, let's do another fight rigging. Gruff Triplets is cool too, but Bringer? Maybe? What's actually in our graveyard? Gruff Triplets, Ancient One, Bramble. Might be worth it to do Bringer. Or Ayara. One of the two. Yeah, Bringer's gonna kill our Ancient One that's in play. That's probably not good. So let's go Ayara. Wait, what? What happened? Yeah, that's true. Alright. Alright, you jackasses. Okay. Like this looter. Bam. Bam. Because why not? Go ahead and cut it down. We'll get a little boy. Man, that's annoying. That's fucking annoying. But we're getting there. It's whatever, man. We're getting there. Yeah, fight Riggy. Oh, you got a Galta. Aren't you fucking cute? With your little Galta. Alright. Time to do some Bringer shit. Right. We need to do some gangsta shit here. We need to do some gangsta shit. Watch this. Watch this fucking play, guys. You ready for this? Goes to the graveyard, turns on my Descendate, swing. Oh, you dummy! Double the power with the Nexus, let's go, bitch! No green. Wow, no nothing really. All expensive stuff. This looks fine. We will keep this. We'll put away the Gruff Triplets. Alright. We're going to lead with... I think we're actually going to save the Scorn-Blade Berserker. Let's lead with this. We'll play Likeness Looter on 2. Fight Rigging on 3. And then we'll try to get Scorn-Blade Berserker to help us get to the threshold we need to trigger the Fight Rigging and play something for free. Better to play the Fight Rigging first, I think. Not great. Grab a Likeness Looter, I guess. I guess we'll swing. No reason not to, right? So next turn we play the Ancient one. And then we get to play another Likeness Looter for free. And that's pretty good. What you got for me? Go for the throat, the Ancient one, sure. We'll swing. For 4, in the air. Let's go. Problem with the go for the throats and stuff like that is if he's using a normal suite of removal, it's a lot harder to get to Descendate. That's why you really need to be using like removal that's permanent based. Discard a card. Yeah, we'll discard the Gruff Triplets. We're not really going to be able to cast it anytime soon anyway. Like we could make a copy of the Ancient one if we wanted to. But then we can't swing with it. I think it's better to just do it like this. Swing 6. And then play the Nexus. And then next turn will be ridiculous. You think I should have sacked the Berserker? Maybe. Alright, he bounces it. 'Tis what it is. Double target creature's power. Alright, we're gonna sack one of these boys. That's a kind of cool interaction. Makes the creature even though the creature doesn't really do much. Do we get the Bramble Familiar out? I think we need mana, right? Like, Looter would be better if we're just trying to be aggressive. But I think we may need the mana production. Alright, Starving Revenant. He can draw 2 if he wants, but he loses 6 life if he does, which is kinda gnarly. Nope, just surveil it. Alright, here's the plan. Here is the plan. Are you ready for the plan? I could make him trade with the Bramble Familiar if I wanted. But I don't think we do. No attacks. End the turn. We could turn the Likeness Looter into the 8/8. We have the 2 mana. But I would rather be able to block and sack the Scorn-Blade Berserker. So I'm not going to do it. Hullbreaker Horror, oh god. Look how much crazy stuff he has in his yard. I don't think we can Bringer of the Last Gift. It's just too much crazy. Just too much crazy, man. Way too much crazy. Alright. Berserker's going to the yard. Let's see, we could get up to 5 mana this turn if we wanted to. Unnecessary. Unnecessary, I say. We almost have enough in the yard. Almost. 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 I think I kind of fucked up a little bit. Let's do it like this. I want to trick him into trading with it. It's just what I want to do. Sure. What did he hit? Go for the throat. Do we have an artifact creature we could turn it into? No. Man, that's sad. But at least we get tokens. Because of Skullspore Nexus. There's nothing really we can do quite yet. Quite yet. It's pretty good for protecting our board, though. Amonkhet. Discard a card. I will discard a card. You're welcome. I mean, maybe? I'm gonna play it safe and double block, just in case. Alright, we've got 5 mana. 5 mana. 5 mana. I think we can win. Let's see if I'm right. 1, 2. We'll become an Ancient One. Swing for 9 in the air. And double the power. Let's go, baby. That kind of worked. It's pretty good. Can't do much with the bringer, but we can just loot it away if we need to. We'll keep it. We'll get down the Glade. Hello. Hello, good friend. Bergamon. And the 1 on a tempo deck can be nice. Yes, but you need to have 8 permanents in the graveyard before you can attack with it, so it's a little tricky. It's a little bit tricky, to be completely honest. I think we want to ramp. Next turn we have 4 mana. We can play the Ancient One and the Likeness Looter, if we want. Or we could play the Ancient One and the Skullspore Nexus. That's probably better. That's probably much better. Alright, come at me, bro. Hey, what's up, Vance? Welcome. Grass's Tunnel Grinder. Card is bananas. That card is absolutely bananas. Alright guys, we got a whole bunch of crazy, ridiculous bullshit going on here. We need to sacrifice the Ancient One. Yes, I believe we do. Give me an 18/18, goddammit. Just do it. Don't ask questions. Just give me the 18/18. Just do it. Alright, we got a Charming Scoundrel. He's trying to bring out a Croxa. I see it. But I don't like it. Keldon Strike Team. Oh, he just wants to give all of his dudes haste. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to hit a Bringer the Last Gift. I see. I see, I see, I see. And when I see, I see. Alright. I mean... We might as well try and get in there, right? Alright, you do your thing. You do your thing. We're gonna try and draw a card. Put some more permanents in the graveyard. More lands that we can't really use. So we're gonna do this. And then we're going to do this. And then we're going to end the turn. Reach. Oh god. Oh god. That's a lot in the yard. You just completely filled up our yard for us. Likeness Looter is swinging. Likeness Looter is swinging for some damage next turn, baby. 16, I think, with the Skullspore Nexus. Yeah. I think you did it wrong. Because now if you get the Bringer, he has to sack the Croxa and the Ancient One to the Bringer. If you cast it. Oh no, it's if you cast it. You poor, poor man. You poor, poor man. Let me think. We could play Gruff Triplets, but I don't even think we need to. We're gonna go 1-2. We're gonna become an Ancient One. And we're gonna swing with these guys. You're out of your fucking mind. You're gonna go to 1. You're out of your mind. God bless you. Itali, okay. We can bring her the last gift next turn if we want. You just woke up and can barely see? Well, I'm glad you're here, Vance. Alright, play some stuff. Play my Gruff Triplets. Play whatever you got over there. Jewel Thief. You got no flyers, man. You got no flyers. Oh no, he's got Bit of Reunion. That's it, right? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Man, that was close. I really thought we had that one. Bring back the Bringer. Come on, do it. Alright. Sad. This is fine. We got some good early plays. Do we play Scorn-Blade Berserker on 1 and put the counter on itself? Just to get it down? Maybe. Let's just go for it. Alright, we're gonna go like this. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of this. And we're gonna do a little bit of this. And we're gonna do a little bit of this. We're gonna end the turn. And we'll probably sack the Scorn-Blade Berserker and draw a card. Likeness Looter. Ayara. Seems pretty okay. Do we just jam the Skullspore Nexus? Maybe. Yeah, it'll probably see a counter. Let's start with this. Alright, let's try and swing. Alright, we'll end the turn. That makes the Skullspore cost 1 less, so next turn we'll have 7 mana, and it will cost 5. So we can have 2 mana up in case he's got like a make disappear or whatever. Celestis, he could still have a make disappear though. We shall see. Would you like to sacrifice your Celestis, sir? Actually, I don't think you can. You have to sacrifice a creature, right? Good old Skullspore Nexus. That'll be the day. Disdainful Stroke. That's sad. Okay. I guess we'll just swing 7. Get you to 5. Sunfall. Farewell. Populate. Alright. Well, I hope you got another one. Alright, I guess that'll do too. Can our likeness looter become a copy of? I guess next turn it can become a copy of Gruff Triplets, right? But I don't know if that's actually good. What you got for me? Scorn-Blade Berserker. Put a counter on you. Then we're gonna go Kraka. See what we can draw. Takenuma. Guess we'll pass the turn. Don't really want to turn it into anything. We could have played the Takenuma and tried to turn it into an Ayara. But that tells our opponent that we're completely out of gas. And he can just use his removal spell on the Likeness Looter and not have to worry about it. I don't like that. So...
Now you've done it. Hat's coming off.
Alright, it's a 2/2 Samurai.
May your blade strike true.
What else do we got?
Show them how we greet our enemies.
A 3/3, eh? No blocks. Down to 2 cards in your hand. You're digging. You are digging. Whole lot lot of digging going on. Alright, we could swing for 4 if we turn it into a Gruff Triplets. Or an Ayara. But then he exiles it next turn. Actually, I got an idea. We turn it into an Ayara. And then we can use Plaza of Heroes to protect it. That doesn't do anything, it's not tapped. Don't know why you did that. I don't know why you did that. I guess we'll kill the Emperor, right? And then we're gonna say go. End the turn.
Try not to miss me.
We can use the Plaza to protect Ayara if we need to. If we don't need to, we can channel Takenuma, put more stuff in the graveyard, and hopefully hit something that allows us to just swing for the win. Honestly, I don't even know if it matters what we grab with Takenuma. Just the fact that we might get our 8/8 into the yard with the Takenuma seems pretty good. Nope. Hexproof, thanks. Because we turned it into a legendary creature. I did that on purpose. Let's see, we've got 3 lands to play something. What do you think? What do you think we grab? I mean, Bringer would be pretty awesome next turn, right? What do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could swing and then turn it into a Bramble Familiar so it gives us a mana. And we're also going to play this post-combat. So we'll have 8 next turn. We got enough. We got enough to just bring back the entire yard. Don't you dare scoop. I will report you. I will report you if you scoop this. Wheel Chariot. That's 8. That's pretty good. Could have swung with the Anchorage too and actually killed me. Or got me to 1 at least. Wild. Absolutely wild. Let's do this because it's fun. Do you have the counter spell? Gimme. What's up? Obviously we want to put the counters on the Gruff Triplets. Alright. You gotta turn. It's possible he draws a land. Actually, he doesn't need a land. He has the Iron Crag. So he can swing with 2 flyers. It's possible he could kill us here. I don't think so, though. Oh my god. Oh god. You poor man. You poor man. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at Patreon. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible, so honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your contributions. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. The more likes we get and the quicker we get them, the bigger this channel will grow and the faster it will grow. I'd love nothing more than this channel to become something very special for you guys, but it's entirely up to you how fast that happens. Also, if you'd like more deck text, that's somewhere over there. And if you'd like to see what else the channel's been up to lately, that's somewhere up that way. Also, subscribe, circle below, do all the things.